Namaste, yogis, and welcome to my Yin Yoga channel. My name is Matt, and today I've put together a 30-minute Yin Yoga sequence aimed at raising your vibrations. So we've all been in rooms or places when we were surrounded by either one individual or multiple individuals that were negative, and they were just lowering our vibration and affecting everyone's mood. So I want you to focus today on bringing more positivity and happiness in your life so that you can raise your vibrations and affect people around you, because energy is very contagious. So if you can do some cleanup in your life and try to keep some distance from the people that are draining you physically and mentally, and just raise your own vibrations so that you can affect the other people around you to do the same, you're going to see some major changes in your life. So that was my advice of the day. So for today's class, we're going to need 2 blocks. And we're going to start with butterfly. So bring the sole of our feet together. Just sitting up straight, we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, walk our fingertips forward, find your edge, and then find stillness. So those are always the 2 steps that I use for myself when I get into a sauna. I find my edge, and then I find stillness. And then just remember to bring back your focus to your breath. I find closing my eyes help with this. And then just breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. It's all about elevating your vibrations, so yet you can attract more of what you want in life and push away more of what you don't want. And you might want to place a block on top of your feet, grabbing onto your heels or feet, just like I'm doing. Supporting your forehead with the block. Retreating deeply inward in that safe place of non-judgment and peace, which has been my favorite place to retreat to during this ongoing pandemic. And on your next exhale, you can raise your upper torso back up, placing the block aside if you were using it, and then just bringing your knees together. And we're going to extend our legs in front of us. And I'm going to invite you to take one big inhale here, raising your palms up towards the sky. And on the exhale, bringing them forward, touching the ground. finding your edge, and then holding stillness. Remembering that breathing is the essence of life, and without the breath, none of us could live. So this is how essential breathing is. And it deserves a lot more importance than we tend to think it does. And on your next exhale, you can raise your upper torso back up, slide your hands back, and just enjoying how you feel from here. And we can place our hands on the floor behind us, bringing our knees up and just going into a windshield wiper motion to release our low back. You might hear your spine crack or pop. This is good. It's putting everything back into place. It's a good release. And when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to turn onto your knees very slowly. And today I feel like just doing everything slow for some reason. So from here, just tuck your toes, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, raise your hips up, push through your arms for downward facing dog. Just wiggling our heels slightly. Just feeling good about this. And let's take one big inhale, lifting our left leg up. And on the exhale, bringing that left knee behind our left wrist, extending our right leg, moving our shin towards the front of our mat, and getting into sleeping swan, pigeon pose. So you can hold it here to start with, working on aligning your hips, raising up your posture. You can also want to place a block underneath your left glute. So we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we can come down onto our elbows. Finding our edge again. And then working on finding stillness. And if you feel comfortable, you can try to go all the way down to the floor like I'm doing right now. Going deeper into the asana. Remembering that there's no perfect way to do Yin Yoga. There is only your way. And your way might be different than mine. So always adapt and work within your own limitations and what feels good within your own body. We are all in a place of non-judgment. And I support you to explore your own self and discover more about how your body operates and what works for your mind. And on your next exhale, we can come all the way up, taking a moment here to sink our hips low and forward, feeling that stretch on the front of our right hip. And when you're ready, you can come back onto all fours, tucking your toes. We're just going to lift our hips up to the sky, going into downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to raise our left leg and scoop it around to the right side of our mat. Doing this counter pose. And we can bring that left leg back onto the mat, taking a few breaths. And when you're ready, one big inhale, we're going to raise our right leg. And on the exhale, we're going to bring our right knee behind our right wrist, extending our left leg back, using the help of my left hand to move my right shin towards the front of the mat, aligning my hips, calming my breathing. And when you're ready on your next exhale, come down onto your forearms. So today's Yin class is just a short 30-minute class on the weekend to, like I said, raise your positivity, your happiness, and your vibrations so you can go back into the world and be contagious and affect the people around you. So themselves, they will raise their vibrations to match your level, which will enhance the connections you have with the people you love. And then again, you can see if you can bring your forehead all the way down to the ground, going deeper into the asana. And on your next exhale, you can push through your arms, come all the way up, sink your hips low and forward, stretching the front of your left hip, calming your breath. Just enjoying how this feels. It feels quite amazing. I love the sleeping swan position. And when you're ready, you can bring that right leg back for tabletop position. And then we're going to tuck our toes. One big inhale. On the exhale, push through our arms, lift our hips up. Get into downward facing dog. And then on your next exhale, raise the right leg and move it around towards the left side of your mat to open up that right hip as a counter stretch. And you can bring it back down onto the floor, coming down slowly all the way to your knees, walking your hands forward, untucking your toes, lowering yourself down onto your belly, and then we're going to place our elbows underneath our shoulders for Sphinx pose. And when you're ready, you can just flare your elbows out, put your palms one on top of the other, and bring your forehead to the back of your hands. Just taking a moment here to relax and feel the flow of energy rebalancing itself within your body. And then when you're ready, put your palms down on the floor. Push yourself up and move your hips back onto all fours. Then you can cross your heels behind your back. Move your knees forward. And we're gonna go onto our glutes so we can extend our legs and make our way down to our backs. And then from here, we're going to go into banana sauna to open up the sides of our bodies. So what you want to do is you want to start walking your legs towards the left side of your mat. And then if you want, you can cross the right ankle over the left one. And then we're going to move our upper body to the left side. And then you can hold your elbows above your head, place your hands on the ground. Hold your wrist Basically anything that feels good, so you can hold this for 3 minutes. Relaxing into it once more. Finding your edge and then stillness. And then when you're ready, you can uncross your ankles. And I would advise that you very slowly move your legs back to the middle of the mat. But take your time, because we've been stretching ourselves in an uncommon way. So you don't want to pinch your low back. And from here, we're going to walk our legs now towards the right side of our mat, crossing our left ankle over the right, moving our upper torso to the right of our mat as well, until we feel that deep stretch on the left side of the body. And then just relax into it. This feels really good, so it's not hard to relax into it. And let's slowly release our left ankle from over the right, moving our legs very slowly back to the middle of the mat. and bringing our upper torso as well to the middle. And from here you can extend your legs out and your arms as well, palms up, facing the ceiling. We're going to get into Savasana. So I would invite you to just appreciate the time you took for yourself today into doing this class. And to just notice how good you feel right now, how calm you are, how your body feels so amazing, and you feel all the release of the asanas at the right places. So just let's dive into our own head and be silent for the remaining 3 minutes before I close down today's class. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Slowly roll onto your side and come back to the seated position. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's practice. Like I told you, we've all had this person that we met in our life that was so negative that it was affecting everyone's mood around us, including our own. But we've also met people in our life that were so joyful, positive, and happy that you couldn't help yourself but to feel the same exact way in that moment in time. So I would invite you to be that person, be that positive, outgoing, fun, lively person, and raise your vibrations. And if there's people in your life right now that are very negative or that are lowering your vibrations and really affecting you on a deep level, it might be a good time to reconsider your relationships and do a little cleanup. And if those people, you can avoid them, at least, like I said, try to infect them with happiness, positivity, joy, peace. And you might help them as well to raise their own vibrations. So this is what concludes today's class. It's a beautiful weekend out there here in Canada. So I'm going to go enjoy it. Let's put our palms together and I'm going to bow forward. Namaste, guys. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.